Yeah, one of my long ago, 20-year ago, malicious ones. Fans saying to me, writing to me, posting a comment, you were a lot more optimistic back then. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? All I ever am in this life is treated like shit. I don't think you guys can comprehend that, okay? I went from being treated like shit by Donald and his mother in California to being repeatedly treated like shit here. Like, to the point of absurdity. To the absolute point of irrational absurdity, okay? But it's because of my lot in this life, okay? Treated like shit by certain professionals in her life. Treated like shit by certain government agencies in her life. But also because I'm dependent upon the government, and when I broke my foot and all, you know what I mean? It's treated like shit by certain government agencies in my life and her life, okay, combined. When you're dependent, because I don't drive, and I'm on disability, so I'm dependent upon the government and I don't drive. So then you get into government and government rides, and when I broke my foot, or just in general, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, treated like shit by certain fucking bus drivers. Okay, male, of course. Of course. I mean, that's a given. That's a given, okay? And by their bosses. Male. So, when you guys, and a lot of you, heap praise upon me, you have to understand that this is fantasy. I'm endlessly treated like shit in this life. Of course, we already know to the degree I was treated like shit by her sister. Then I was treated like shit by my roommate who begged me to move in with him, me and Omar. He wore me down. Of course, I had reservations about that. He fucking wore me down. I have a pile this high of things that he sent to me, wearing me down, even getting his female young coworker, who I later found out he was lusting after big time, okay? To call me personally and vouch for him. Endlessly treated like shit. Thank God for my music. You don't understand. I listen to that music and I fantasize. I was doing it in my 20s. I was listening to Billy Squier, Everybody Wants You, and fantasizing endlessly. I remember this was when I was power walking and I had the fucking killer body. So it wasn't out of the right, you know what I mean? It was, my fantasies weren't like, it's not like I'm 400 pounds and fantasizing and listening to Billy Squier's Everybody Wants You, you know? Just endlessly treated like shit. There are things I can't even say out here, okay? Like, there are things that just are the degree of irrational absurdity. Irrational absurdity. that bus driver who constantly would praise me for a whole year or more every time he saw me. It's like, how you doing? Good looking, all this crap. And then one day, I get his fellow bus driver friend in trouble because he departs 7 minutes ahead of schedule, and I don't make it to my important therapy appointment. And this guy who had been my friend for all that time goes off on me, screaming at me in front of other passengers, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm just endlessly treated like fucking shit in this life. If you want to get a ride, you should be here 10 minutes early. No, you're not supposed to leave early, period. You're insane. You're all insane. They're all insane. Even the government driving bus. Insanity. Expecting me to be omniscient. Remember, if you have one driver doing things one way, whether it's a government agency driver or a regular bus driver, whatever, and then another bus driver does things another way, you know what I mean? How are you going to know what the right way is? But I've been treated like shit for irrational absurdity. Irrational absurdity. And yelled at by guys, yelled at by males, yelled at. And yelled at when I've done nothing wrong, mind you. Okay? Because in case you haven't realized it by now, even with the fucking professionals in her life, I always try. Selena knows, Joe knows. I try to get along. I try to this, I try to that, and I'm shit on and shit on and shit on. Okay? Another reason for me to just steer clear of real life, steer clear, to the extent that I'm able to. I mean, if you know how to be treated good at this point, wouldn't. It's my lot in life, though. It wouldn't be this way. I'm on disability. I don't drive. Almost my emotional support animal. So by society standards, I'm a total fucking loser. And then in fantasy land, you guys heap praises on me. So it's like, doesn't exactly compute in my brain, okay? Again, all these people who have treated me like shit are in the wrong. And you could say, well, that's going to be your opinion. Everybody thinks that. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I don't fucking care what you say. They are in the wrong. Every last one of them. And that's why I run things by Joe. And when Selena was my friend, I ran things by Selena. Okay? You can't run things by her. She goes whichever way the wind blows. She engages in Stockholm Syndrome and loves people she shouldn't love and turns on me and so. But Selena and Joe, they're apart. You know what I mean? And there's never been a time they haven't agreed with me. Okay? Never been a time they haven't agreed with me. So I'm not in the wrong, ever. Not when it comes to this. Of course, I can be in the wrong in general. Everybody can. But when it comes to what I tell you, that the professionals, certain professionals in her life, certain government agencies in my life, in her life, and riders and drivers and government drivers and regular bus drivers have treated me like shit. It was not justified, and I was never in the wrong. Never, ever, ever. They're fucking insane. They're irrational. They're absurd. And when it comes to the men, they're just fucking arrogant pricks. They think because they drive a bus, be it a government agency bus or a regular bus, that they're just kings. And meanwhile, they're just fucking employees. Females haven't treated me any better. Fucking assholes, okay? Period. They're fucking assholes. All of them, the whole lot of them, fucking assholes. And then I turned. So did she. She backed me up. She sat there while I cried my eyes out for an hour to him. Plus letter after letter, and even in the end, her fucking primary care physician betrayed me and let me down. You wanna know why that is? Because both my mother and I are mentally ill. We're a product of the system, and we're throwaway. Which means people can't be fucking bothered to care even when we dare fucking complain about fucking assholes.